Hello everyone. You often get discouraged by the lack of growth on your channel when you get a small number of views or a small number of subscribers. On this video, I'm going to talk about 7 ways to stay motivated during the growth of your channel. So my name's Herman Dross from drossdesigns.com, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's youtube.com/iSiteBuild, and the channel is all about how to generate traffic, leads, and subscribers on autopilot just by uploading YouTube videos to your channel. So keep in mind that one video that you invest in, could be several hours, can actually be working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for years to come. So then you multiply that by several videos, and you have several videos working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all throughout the years. So I want to welcome everybody here. And, okay, I just see that King Erdogan is here. Good to see you. The big problem with staying motivated, especially for new YouTubers, is that you start off with maybe a lot of excitement and a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration, and then you come to a point where maybe that excitement dies down. Maybe it's like getting married. You know, when you first get married, maybe you're very excited, etc. But you know, years down the road, you might lose a little bit of that motivation, inspiration. So how do you keep going? So especially with new YouTubers, they, it can very easy to get excited and motivated at the beginning of what you want to do. Maybe weeks or months down the road, you maybe come across some obstacles that stop your motivation. You get discouraged, and it's very hard to continue. This just doesn't happen to new YouTubers, but also happens to experienced YouTubers. Because like myself, sometimes I feel a little burnt out, and you might be staring at a blank computer screen looking for new ideas to emerge, but you can't figure out what kind of content to come up with. So I just want to do a check-in here. Can you see and hear me? I'm using Ecamm today. I tried to use my phone, but somehow it locked up. So I see that Trick Shots is here. I'm looking at another computer. Sydney Land-Based Fishing, good to see you. King Aradan. So let's go into the 7 ways to stay motivated. Maybe you can put in the comments what keeps you motivated to continue uploading, creating and uploading, publishing videos on your channel. What keeps you going, day in and day out? Put those in the chat box, or if you're watching the replay, then put that in the comments, because the chat goes away. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments coming in. Just gotta move the window. Oh, good, you can hear me and see me. Great. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so 7 ways to stay motivated while growing your channel. And when I thought about this, I had to think of myself because I'm my own target market and what keeps me going. And I think the big reason is you got to have a why. Why are you doing this? What's a big reason? So for me, it's really I get a lot of enjoyment out of the creative process, and I enjoy helping people, enjoy talking to people, etc. And it's kind of inspiration to do something creative, and also making, setting up ways to make money, and then seeing that you can generate leads and traffic and subscribers that you can put into a small funnel and then sell, products on the back end is kind of inspiring. But I think the bigger reason is that, you want to impact other people's lives, and also it supports my family. So that for me is probably the big reason why, and that, when things get tough, then I have to look at a picture of my family and my kids to kind of remind myself of the reason what I'm doing. So I think number one is having a clear purpose for why you started your YouTube channel in the first place. Wayne Edger said, timelines keep me motivated. Well, that's an interesting idea. What do you mean by timelines, Wayne? Oh, hi, Steve. Good to see you. Subscriber feedback. I think that's a good one. Getting feedback from your subscribers. Sydney Land-based Fishing says, subscribers and views keep me motivated. So, number two, when I thought about it, was to have a long-term goal. So, in the short run, you might lose inspiration, you might lose motivation. But if you have a long-term goal, and maybe write it down somewhere or put it on the wall or on a calendar or something, but having a long-term goal for your channel is also, you kind of, it's like a roadmap. If I say I'm going to New York, or say I'm going to another city. I live in Maryland, near Washington, D.C. So I put the GPS coordinates in there, and it'll show me the turns I need to take to get to New York. And maybe along the way there's a traffic jam, or there's one bridge is clogged up or tunnels clogged up. Then I could say, well, I could just abandon everything and abandon my trip. But knowing that I have a destination to go to and I'm looking forward to getting there, then I'll wait in the traffic, or I'll put up with the 2-hour waiting for the tunnel to clear or the bridge to clear. So having a long-term goal for your channel is also a good motivator. So I think for my channel, I think like a subscriber goal would be to make the silver button, which is like 100,000 subscribers. And I don't know if I ever get there, but that's sort of a superficial goal. But I think a long-term goal is that, you create a sustainable business that pays the bills, feeds your family, allows you to travel, gives you the freedom, and then you have maybe some smaller sub-goals. City Land-based Fishing says, how about a goal, say like 100 subscribers this month, and then the next month 200? Yeah, I think that's true. Having smaller goals, you might have a goal like, say you get 1 month you might get 20 subscribers, and maybe the next month you might shoot for, okay, let's try to double that amount of subscribers. So I think for this year of 2017, I think I wanted to get like another 10,000 subscribers, and I think I made that. But so maybe it's good to have an auspicious goal or a big hairy goal that you may not think you will get there, but then again, if you take action and make the effort, then you'll get there. So I think making a subscriber goal is good, because the idea is that you can always look for ways to improve each video, or improving your channel, etc. Trickshot saying it's awesome. You have 21,000 subscribers, and you started 2006 and still going. Yeah, 2006 I started, but I wasn't really uploading. I wasn't taking it really seriously. I wasn't uploading really often. It was just sort of a sideline I was doing to create tutorials for my web design business, because I was finding that it was hard to generate traffic, for my business, and I discovered, YouTube seems like it's easy to rank videos. So I wasn't actually doing it on a regular basis, but probably in the last few years, last couple of years, I got more serious at it. So and I find like as your channel grows, then it gets a little bit easier. The amount of views you get to videos does increase. So yeah, having a long-term goal, you might want to think, now it's the end of 2017, a replay, you could be watching this end of 2018. So you might want to think to yourself, where do I want my channel to be by the end of the year? So if it's 2018, 2019, 2020, what long-term goal do you have? Say, if you're looking at your channel at the end of the year, are there any changes you want to make to your videos, to your channel, etc.? Maybe you want to redesign your thumbnails. Maybe you want to improve your channel homepage. So I forget who the author was, but there's a saying like begin with the end in mind. So where you are now, then look towards the end of the year and say, well, where do I want to take my channel? Say by the end of next year. So then number 3 is to plan ahead. So you've probably been in that situation where you've stared at a blank computer screen, you're looking for the ideas to come up, emerge to your mind. Especially if you don't have anything planned ahead, then it becomes very stressful, and also you get kind of frustrated, you get kind of stressed out. So if you plan ahead, one way to plan ahead is to write, think of some ideas ahead of time, create a list of ideas, put them in a Google spreadsheet or use Trello. Maybe come up with 50 or 100 new ideas, and then start flushing out those ideas ahead of time. Like start writing scripts or bullet points for those particular titles that you have for your video content. So what I do is try to keep a running list of ideas in a Google spreadsheet, and then each day, first thing in the morning, because usually the morning is my creative time. When new ideas kind of come, then I'll start flushing out those particular ideas. So I'll take an idea, then I'll create a list of bullet points, and I won't kind of stay in a detailed aspect of it, but I'll just kind of, just whatever's in my mind, I'll just write down the bullet points or just write out a script. And it doesn't matter if I make spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes or the writing looks weird, but the whole idea is to get that whole creative process on my computer or down on a piece of paper, and then I can always edit it afterwards. And sometimes I can do 2 or 3 scripts at a time, within the space of a couple of hours. So once I've got those scripts done, then I can maybe edit them. The next day or a few hours later, I'll edit the script, and then maybe the next day I'll shoot the video, or shoot 2 or 3 videos, which means I've you can batch record those videos. Instead of spending like half an hour on one video, then you can batch record like 2 or 3 videos. And then what I do is then I can release those videos as I edit them. So I kind of use the kind of a slow time in the afternoon when I'm not feeling so creative, or at night, to edit the video, and then have it ready to be uploaded or published, for the next day. So the whole idea is to kind of always be, plan ahead of time, so you're not stressed out looking at a blank computer screen, wondering where the next video, what you're going to do the next video on. Trickshot says, just ask sporting videos on YouTube for ideas. That's a good idea. Trickshot saying, how do you get motivated in 2018 if you're not growing very much? Well, one thing to keep in mind is that your growth is going to be slow in the beginning if you're a new YouTube channel. But if you're not growing very much, then I would suggest looking at your, first look at your keywords, do your proper keyword research, look for those keywords that you can possibly rank for, and then, create a good thumbnail, Create a good optimized title, description and tags, and then make sure your video is engaging so that people, look at your YouTube statistics and look how the audience retention is. And if people are dropping off in the beginning or in the middle, then you've got some work to do to try to keep the people engaged. And then, once that video is up there, then try to promote it on your social media sites, on your website, interact on the forums, Facebook groups, etc., to generate traffic to that video. So it's kind of it's a process, but that's why I'm saying the first point to be motivated, you've got to have a big why, a big reason why you're doing it, because there are going to be little bumps along the road and you might get discouraged, but as you keep going, then you'll see a steady growth of your channel. Yes, Trick Shots is asking, should I just keep making videos and give it more time? I would say keep making videos, but each video you make, try to look for one improvement you can make each week, or each time you upload, look for one area you can improve. So usually as you improve each video or promote each video, then your channel will grow. So number 4 is view your obstacles as challenges. So say, for instance, you're not getting many views to your video and you're not getting many subscribers. So you might think, well, maybe I should throw in the towel. Maybe I'm wasting my time. But, whenever you start something, say, for instance, you're trying to get fit. Well, maybe there are times when, like I go running each day, and some days it might be snowing, other days it might be raining. I may not feel, maybe I feel I'm not getting fit. It's easy to become discouraged, or there's obstacles along the way, when you start a business. But I go out anyway, knowing that I'll feel good after I've gone for a run, and like I'm just starting this live stream again. This video is all about how to stay motivated on YouTube. And you've probably come across getting discouraged or getting lack of views or subscribers to your channel. And today I want to talk about the 7 ways to stay motivated on YouTube. So I just want to check that everybody can hear me and see me. Give me a yes in the chat. Oh, good. Okay, so quickly, just want to go through those 7 points again. So the first point was how to have a clear purpose. And so if you have a clear purpose for your channel, then that makes a big difference. And so you got to clearly define why you started your YouTube channel in the first place. Oh, good to see your first 4 houses. Video and audio now good. Okay, thanks. So I just want to do a quick shout out here. Got Trick Shots, Wayne Edge, Tech Guru, Canopy. Good to see you. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the 7 ways to stay motivated while growing your channel. So my name is Herman Dross from drossdesigns.com, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's all about how to grow your traffic, leads, and subscribers through YouTube videos. And you can go to youtube.com/isitebuild.com. So number 1 is having a clear purpose. And if you don't have a clear purpose for your channel, then it's very hard to stay motivated, and it's easy to become discouraged. So I was asking the people before, what caused you to stay motivated to keep making videos and keep uploading videos to your channel. So maybe you could put that in the chat box. What enables you to stay motivated on your channel, and mention some of those. So for me, it's actually I enjoy actually making videos because I like it's a good creative process. Also, it's part of my business plan to to pay the bills and to support my family. And I also just enjoy the creative process of making the videos and enjoy helping others with their YouTube growth, growing their channel and helping them make better videos and targeting the right keywords, doing the right keyword research, etc. So number 2 is having a long-term growth goal. So this could be actually a number of subscribers that you want. Maybe you're looking for 10,000 subscribers, by the end of the year, or maybe you want to boost your subscriber rate by an extra 20 subscribers per week or per month. But it's good to have a long-term growth goal so that when the going gets tough, then you can still keep going because you understand why you're growing your channel, and also have a long-term growth goal. So your long-term growth goal might be that you want to have create a full-time business with the help of YouTube. Your long-term growth goal could be I want to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So what are some of your long-term growth goals? The people that are here and the people that are watching the replay, what are some of your long-term goals for your particular channel? You can put them in the chat. So number 3 is plan ahead. So if you've ever stared at a blank computer screen, then you'll find that maybe trying to force the ideas to come into your mind, but it doesn't happen. So therefore, a good idea is to plan ahead so that you don't get stressed out or you don't get frustrated coming up with new ideas. So what I typically do is I'll generate or create a whole bunch of ideas, put them into Google spreadsheet, and then also might use Trello or something like that. And then what I'll do is flush out those ideas over the next few hours or maybe the next day by writing a script. Write down a few bullet points, and then based upon those bullet points, I'll kind of flush out the what I want to say in my video. And then maybe the next day I'll batch record 2 or 3 videos at the same time. So I'll do one video that takes half an hour, so maybe within 2 hours or less I'll have 2 or 3 videos recorded. And then throughout the week I can edit the videos and release them according to my upload schedule. So in that way, if I get sick, or if I go to a conference, or if I go on holiday, usually what I typically do is try to batch record 2 or 3 videos in advance so that even when I'm on a holiday, I can still release the videos. So number 4 is viewing your obstacles as challenges. So instead of getting discouraged by the lack of growth of your channel, try to see those obstacles as challenges that are going to cause more growth, causing your channel to grow to the next level. So what I typically do is look for one thing that you can improve for your channel. What is there one thing that you can focus on that where you can actually improve? It could be redesign your thumbnail. It could be optimizing your title, description, and tags. It could be try to create a more engaging video. So in that respect, you're always improving kind of several steps ahead. So those obstacles, like say for instance, so I could go for a run every day, but there are obstacles sometimes stopping me from going for a run. So some of those obstacles might be I don't feel good, don't feel motivated. It might be raining, might be snowing. May not have the right shoes, but I'll go running anyway because I know I'll feel good and energized after the run. So same when you're growing your channel, you may not feel energized, you may not feel motivated. So sometimes you might just have to take a break and, you know, listen to some music, exercise, or you know, speak with some of your friends or something like that to kind of re-energize yourself or re-motivate yourself. Psycho Gamers, I kind of forgot your name, Psycho Gamers. I think it was Jag, was that right? Do you think it's good to take breaks from YouTube? All that, will that be bad for your audience? Oh, hi, buddy Tex, good to see you. Is it good to take breaks from YouTube? I think if you're stressed out, burnt out, fed up, you know, that's good. It's a good idea to take a break. So if you can plan the break and then just, you know, kind of schedule your videos ahead of time, that's good, you know, and then just take a break. But if you want to take I think if you take a week's break or even a month's break, I don't think, you know, you got to look at, you know, you have to look at what else is going on in your life. So if you're burnt out or stressed out or maybe going on holiday, sometimes even taking a vacation is good because it kind of recharges your batteries, and then you have more energy and passion and motivation to make your videos. So you might see, of course, you know, if your videos are not getting much traffic or much traction, then taking a break's not going to make so much difference. But if you, you know, if you get a lot of traffic, etc., take a break. I think the best thing to do is to look at your life, look what you have going for you, and then take a break as needed. Then you can always come back to it. And you know, the worst thing that can happen is that you'll lose a few views or more, maybe lose a few subscribers. But you can always recharge or jumpstart your channel. Okay, Psycho Gamer said, I'm considering taking a break. Just passed 400 subscribers and I'm delighted. Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, congratulations. So, yeah, maybe you've even reached a milestone. So you reached a milestone of 400 subscribers. Then you can just take a break and then maybe just charge into the next leg of your channel, you know, with more enthusiasm and more motivation and inspiration. So, and that way it might be good to take a break. Number 5 is actually learning from successful creators. So sometimes you may not be motivated, you know, for your own channel, but then you visit other channels or other creators and see maybe other channels in your niche, and you get inspired or maybe get some ideas from the videos that they have created, and so you can kind of reawaken or re-energize your own channel by getting inspiration from other channels. You might even visit forums or Facebook groups and just start interacting with people, and that often, you know, also gets your motivation going. So I think look at who's successful in your particular niche. Look for a channel that's getting, you know, thousands of subscribers or millions of views and a lot of activity taking place, and don't copy them, but, you know, use that as inspiration to boost and motivate yourself to grow your own channel. Okay, number 6 is avoid comparing your channel with others. So this is kind of a big one because, especially when you're a new YouTuber, it's very easy to compare yourself with another channel that has been maybe going for 2 or 3 years, but they're highly successful, and then you think, well, what's the point? You know, my channel's not growing, it's not very successful. But you have to keep in mind that behind that successful channel are a lot of hidden factors. You know, it could be the personality of the person running the channel. They could have a large social media following. They could have a company that's sponsoring them. They may have a presentation. The way they present themselves on the video is what attracts, you know, subscribers and views. So there's a lot of things that are hidden behind successful channels. And so you have to think, well, I am unique, my channel's unique, and I'm just going to attract the people that like my style, that like my channel, etc. So you kind of like when you're in a swimming race, it's easy to look at the next lane and see somebody that's charging ahead of you, and even though you may make greater effort, that person's still ahead of you in the next lane. And then you realize afterwards they have been practicing harder than you, they have a different style, they have bigger feet, they have longer arms or whatever. So there's always going to be somebody that's doing better than you, that's more successful than you. So therefore you have to kind of stay in your own lane and focus on your own uniqueness, your own style, and the growth of your own channel. Oh, congratulations, Cycling Gamers. Says, I got my master's graduation on the 20th, thought I'd share the good news. Yeah, congratulations. Good to see you at On Vlogs. And Whitey text saying, your opinion on Facebook monetization. I don't focus on it a lot, but Facebook monetization, basically, if you're using videos, then I would say, use videos on Facebook to drive people to your landing page or your website or your products, etc. So it's a little bit different animal than YouTube because it's more of a social, product. So therefore, but I think if you do live streams on Facebook, I heard that Facebook is promoting people to do live streams on Facebook. So it'll trigger the algorithm to get more people to watch your video, and then in that video you can just redirect people to your YouTube video or to your landing page. So I would use that as a traffic machine and to build an audience. So I think using video on YouTube is one thing, but if you get a lot more traction on Facebook, maybe you should try Facebook as well, or do both. Okay, number 7 is enjoy the journey. So I think the main thing about creating a channel is you want it to be fun. So you got to have a passion on what you're doing, and in the beginning you might be very enthusiastic and very excited about starting your channel, but inevitably, as you reach some roadblocks and hurdles, it might be easy to get discouraged, or you're not getting many views, you're not getting many subscribers. There might be your videos might be getting demonetized, and you're losing revenue. So instead of getting discouraged and giving up or stopping, then to see those as challenges, because every successful business has a lot of obstacles along the way. So there's a saying that you should fail your way to success. So so those obstacles, if you can see them as challenges, and when you encounter a number of obstacles and you overcome those obstacles, then you should even reward yourself, and that way you can enjoy the journey and the growth of your channel. So not looking at others, or if you do compare your channel with others, look at other channels for inspiration. But the best thing to do is to enjoy the creative process, enjoy interacting with your subscribers and the comments, etc. And so that having that growth mindset is better than having a fixed mindset where you think, well, nothing's going to change. So having a growth mindset means kind of taking risks. Like when I started to do live streams, it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to kind of summon up the courage. But in the end, I said, well, stop thinking about it, stop worrying about it, stop having a fear about it, and just do it. So I kind of just jumped into it, and then I realized, that's the fear or the the worry, kind of disappeared. So they were kind of like a paper tiger. So therefore take risks and, charge at the obstacles and overcome them, and then you'll be rewarded when you come out the other side. Grapes in a text now, what is your job? Well, mostly I do video marketing to generate traffic leads and sales to my own products. I have a video course called Tube Video Bootcamp. So I have a membership course that's a video course that teaches you how to grow your channel, how to do keyword research, how to promote your channel. So that's a membership course that I have. I also have a YouTube video ads course called mastervideoads.com, and that teaches you how to use YouTube video ads, AdWords for video, to drive traffic to a landing page, video, to your product, to your website, etc. And apart from that, I also do some consulting, sell my own products, etc. So that's kind of in a nutshell what I do. But I think YouTube is kind of my main traffic source. But I do go a little bit on Facebook. Probably next year I'll do more, maybe some live streams on Facebook, and I've recently got onto Instagram. But I think YouTube is still the main traffic source. So big question I have for you guys is, guys and girls, is what is your biggest obstacle when it comes to growing your channel? What is it that is holding you back, or what do you find is the biggest hurdle? Is it procrastination? Is it discouragement, or is it whatever it is? I think for me the main reason I stay motivated, when I'm not motivated, then sometimes put on music, I'll go for a run, or I'll kind of journal things out, or talk to my wife or my kids, etc. So I think everybody has a different way to stay motivated, but I think the main thing is that you need to enjoy the journey along the way. So if you got any questions, then let me just check the comments here. Talked about, I got your name right, Soccer Game is Jag. Okay, for sure. And let's see. Wayne Edge, I don't know if you're there anymore, but you'd mentioned about there are guys out there who charge money to do thumbnails. Is that a good idea? I think if you're not a good designer, not very good at graphics, then it's definitely worthwhile to pay somebody $5 on Fiverr to create a thumbnail. Or if you need a very good thumbnail, then you can go to a place like Upwork and put a bid in there for somebody to create thumbnails for you. And then if you don't have the money, then of course you want to learn yourself. Best would be to just go, use some of the templates that you can go to canva.com. They have a bunch of templates that thumbnail templates, and just use their templates and then just add your elements, into those templates to create the thumbnail. Trickshot's saying my audience retention is low. If you find that audience retention is low, it means that people are abandoning your video quarter of the way, half the way through. So that means that your video needs to be more engaging. And one way to do that is to add cards. Where you see the dips in the audience retention graph, add cards in there. Also, make sure you include a hook at the beginning. I find people that stay at the beginning, the first 30 seconds, if you ask a question or say people in this video, you're going to learn about the 7 ways to stay motivated on YouTube. So they know exactly what they're going to get in the video and then get straight into the meat of the content. So, and then you could also include graphics in your video, like B-roll. So you might get some graphics from from some of the free graphic sites, or some motion graphics, etc., and put them in your video. So I'll put a link in the description below this video to how to get 300 motion hero graphics. Excuse me. So a friend of mine has got 300 motion graphics that you can use in your videos, and I'll put a link in the description after this video, so you can, if you want to buy that package. And if none of you have subscribed to the channel, then definitely click on the bell notification, or go to youtube.com/iSiteBuild. And if you've got any future ideas for future live streams, then put them in the comments or put them in the live chat. So if you've got any more questions, you guys, then put them in the chat. I just also want to mention a couple of changes that YouTube has made recently. They've the featured videos and playlists that you could add to all the videos across your channels, that was removed. That feature was removed by YouTube a couple of days ago. So the reason they did that is because feel like not enough people use that feature, so therefore they removed it, and they're saying you should use cards and end screens instead. So if you're not using cards or end screens, I think you have to have 10,000 views, and you have to have YouTube partner status. So to use to have YouTube partner status to enable those links to be used in cards and end screens. So you have to enable monetization on your channel. So if you got monetization enabled on your channel, then you can use those cards and end screens. So, and then also if you're getting that yellow icon next to your videos to show that they're not suitable for monetization or not suitable for advertisers, then I would say even if you don't have 1,000 views, which YouTube say they're required to review your video, just go ahead and get it reviewed, because my experience is that they remonetize your video even if you're under 10,000 under 1,000 views on that video. And even you can put your video to unlisted, and within 2 hours after you upload it to unlisted, then they'll actually review your video. So that's another way to get beyond the demonetization. Aladona is saying, how to get my personality on camera. I'd say the biggest thing is just to be yourself. Assuming you have a personality, just really try to be yourself. And then usually what happens is, as you make more videos, you get more comfortable being on camera. So I would just try to just be yourself, and just imagine you're talking to your best friend, and then just be your own unique self on camera. Just imagine you're talking to your best friend or somebody you're familiar with, and then you'll come across as more relaxed, or and just focus also on the message you're trying to convey. So instead of worrying about what you sound like or look like or how you present yourself, focus on the message that you want to convey to the people you're talking to, and then you'll forget about how you look and how you sound. So I want to thank everybody for attending the live stream today, or being able to watch the replay. And I'll probably upload a new video on coming Mondays, probably something to do with motivation. So watch out for that one. And I wish you all a great weekend, and all the best with the growth of your channel. Take care.